Okay, so my name is Stanley Peter, and I'm going to talk about the effects of brain drain in Federal University of Science and Technology, FEST, Nigeria. So this issue of brain drain is in this university is a migration of academic staff, or you can call them faculties, lecturers, teachers, course instructors, so they are all the same. So the migration of this set of people from the university to other institutions, to abroad for a better working condition because of poor motivation. So then I have tried to identify the causes of the brain drain and then the effects, because the causes give rise to the effect. So one of the causes is the poor salary. So the salaries that are paid them are very, very low. So compared with what is paid, what the other people are receiving in other institutions, and then compared to what other lecturers are receiving in other countries. So it's very low. Then another one is unconducive work environment. Unfortunately, the work environment we have there made it in such a way that some lecturers don't even have office where they can stay and work. So most of them come to school and deliver their lecture and go home from there. So it's a major challenge for them. Then another one is poor staff development. We have come to understand that most times the organization, they don't provide developmental programs like sponsoring staff to conferences, to seminars, to other professional programs. So it makes them to think of somewhere else. So another one is inadequate infrastructural facilities. So this classroom is a very wonderful classroom, but unfortunately we don't have such a thing over there in this university. You can't even see something like this, a projector or something. So the classroom, and most times they are jam-packed with students, a very small classroom, and they have a lot of students there. So the lecturer, whenever he comes to the class to teach, he feels so uncomfortable to teach, and in such a situation cannot deliver well. So these causes led to this effect. So the effects of this thing is, number one, poor education, poor quality of education. So because they are demotivated, they cannot produce good people, people that can compete favorably with their counterparts in the market. Another one is high student-teacher ratio. Because of the migration, they are leaving the organization. We have less lecturers to higher number of students, and in such a situation, when you give a lecturer more students to supervise in projects, automatically the lecturer will, the product of that project will be very low. So there is need for you to give lecturers, a lesser number of students to one lecturer to supervise. So, but we have a situation of where we have more students to one lecturer. Then another one is shortage of academic staff. So, due to this migration, in every department, there are courses that requires expertise, those who are experts in that area. But because those experts are leaving, most departments in this organization find it difficult to have those who can handle some of the courses. So they are leaving. So it's a challenge to the organization. Then another one is poor research development. Research, you cannot talk about academia without research. So, but unfortunately, there is no much funding for research. So academic staff are meant to use their personal money to make research, which is not supposed to be so. So now another one is poor program development. Most of the programs in this institution have started losing accreditation simply because the experts who are supposed to handle some of the courses in this department are leaving. And when they leave, during accreditation period, the NUC, which is the central body that takes care of organizations, academias in Nigeria, they find it difficult to accredit that department again because the professionals who are supposed to handle courses are leaving. So now, linking theory to practice, I looked at Abraham Maslow's hierarchy of needs theory and war system theory that postulates that there is an existing relationship between the society and individual in their quest to actualize their unfulfilled needs. So now, the society and the individual is what is propelling individuals or the lecturers in this school to move, and it leads, in practice, it leads to push factors. When I talk of push-pull, it means that this challenge is what is pushing them to leave. So the push-pull factor, which I identified there, are the poor salaries, the poverty, and then the poor infrastructures. So these things are personal to them. Another one is the Vroom's expectancy theory, which proposes that an individual will behave or act in a certain way because they are motivated to select a specific behavior over others due to what they expect the result of the selected behavior will be. So as a matter of fact, this one is talking about pull. You know, the previous one talked about push-pull. Now this one is talking about pull, which is something that is attracting those lecturers to move out. So it's talking, then when we talk of the pull, we talk of better working conditions. This is something that is attracting them to leave the institution. Another one is better career development. Is another pull that is pushing them to move. Then another one is high salaries paid to their counterparts in the developed countries. So these are the ones categorized under the pull theory. I mean the pull factors that are pushing them to move to other countries. Now these ones I mentioned now are on the employees. Then the ones I talked about on the organization is organizational structure. If you look at the organizational structure of this organization, you find out that they are using the Max Weber, which is talking about overdependency on government subventions. Another one is leadership approach. So in order to solve this problem, the chairman or vice chancellor, as the case, that's what we call the president or the vice chancellor of this university, adopt transformational approach. Through continuous engagement with stakeholders, and then in order to solve most of these challenges they are experiencing. Then another thing is decision-making process. The decision-making process flows, because it flows